What's going on? Hope you're all having a terrific day. It's a beautiful day here in the hut. Today I want to talk about your tinnitus suffering is not caused by the ringing you're hearing or the uncomfortable sensation of hyperacusis. That's not the driving factor of your suffering. You believe that it is because to you it makes simple sense. Turn off the sound, turn off the suffering, right? It's 2 + 2 = 4. But then in life, there are so many things that are beyond our control that it causes us to suffer, right? No one can argue against that. There are medical things that can happen to you, psychological things, emotional things, spiritual things that can happen to you that are beyond your control. So if the deciding factor whether you're going to suffer or not is that life doesn't throw you one of these things that are beyond your control, then your identity and your happiness is just borrowed. Your identity and your happiness is only borrowed if your happiness is tied to you getting everything, life just being easy on you. That's horrible, I would think, because there's so many things that are going to happen to you that you can't control. That could happen to you. Your mortality, for one. How do you accept that you're no longer going to exist the way you are now? How do you accept that? How do you embrace life and death with grace, humor, and a sort of reverence and almost like fearlessness? I believe, and this has been the crux of how I've solved the suffering of tinnitus in my life, is that I've learned to sit with myself and not react to my thoughts. This is very hard to do. Why? Because your mind is like a magician. Your mind is a very convincing magician. It can feed you a thought. That thought can trigger your nervous system. You can start sweating. Your heart's racing, and you're like, oh my God, this must be true. It looks true. It sounds true. Feels true. It has to be true. But see, that's the trick. It's not true. That's right. Especially when it comes to tinnitus suffering. When I was in the throes of tinnitus suffering, I was convinced I would never be happy again. Convinced. How could you? How could anyone be happy with a blaring ringing in their ears? And don't tell me how, because I'm already convinced that I won't. Don't rob me of my suffering. Don't petty me with this mysticism. Fix my problem. There's no pill. Dude, that was my attitude. You can see what had to change. When I began to soften my approach, maybe there's something to this letting go. Maybe the real me isn't my thoughts, isn't my experience. Maybe the real me is the one observing this experience. Maybe, just maybe, my life can get better. Maybe, just maybe, one day I can be achieving my dreams and living my dream life. Do you see how powerful it is when you can sit and observe your situation and not react to it? It's the most sought after thing. The ability to sit in the present moment and need to add nothing to it, and have the present moment just be enough as is, without having to change it, ringing in my ears. It's all good. Some fear and uncomfortable sensations, hey, is what it is. So I healed my tinnitus suffering by realizing that my tinnitus suffering was not from the sound, it was from my fear of not being able to control it. I'll say it again. I healed my tinnitus suffering by realizing that my suffering was not coming from the sound itself, but from my inability to control it or stop it. That's where my suffering came from. That fear, that, oh my God, it's never going to go away. I can't control it. Oh, even if I wanted to, I couldn't stop it. Oh, that was the crux of my suffering. That core bit. I can't control it. And I'm terrified of losing control. The ego is, not my awareness. My awareness, who I really am, is always free and doesn't need everything to go its way because it's surrendered into pure awareness, which is God. Now, I understand people might not, so what are you talking about? Awareness and thoughts and all of this stuff. But I'm telling you the truth, that you are not your thoughts, you're not your experience, and you can learn to observe them. And when you do, you can put space in between yourself and your suffering, or what you're receiving. The more that you begin to walk out daily life, like, oh, maybe you have a tinnitus spiral, and it's like, oh, it's so sad. And then you get up and you go do something. Do your laundry, make your bed, wash your teeth, brush your teeth. And you keep doing that after a spiral, after a tinnitus, you're reprogramming your nervous system that there is life beyond this situation. And when you begin to show your nervous system that, hey, you know, this isn't the end, okay? Maybe, in fact, this could be the beginning to the life we always wanted to live, like my situation. You begin to then rewrite your brain. Begin to then show yourself that it's okay to suffer and it's not the end of the story. Instead of you being the storm, you're the sky, and the storm is just passing through. And that's the most profound thing that tinnitus has taught me, to let go. And when I let go and I surrender, I realize that behind the mask of the monster was nothing at all. It was nothing. The fear and the suffering were as very real, but just an illusion. Nothing more, nothing less. I hope this helps you. If you'd want to work with me, I'd love to work with you. I'm working on a book right now. I don't know when it'll be done, but you all will have that opportunity if you want to buy it, support me. Anyway, make sure to comment below. I would love to talk with you. And until next time, peace.